Y'all know what time it is. Yes, sir. We're back again with another episode of the We Here Now podcast. I'm your host, Mario, aka Mario the Cameraman, aka Coffee Social. Whatever you like to call me, as long as you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Who we energetic in this mug today? Oh, hold on. Before we crack it open, I gotta sip my special sauce. I ain't gonna tell you what it is unless they want to come with a bag. I'll give you a hint though. This drink is electric. But as we get started, little weekend recap. It was kind of I want to say crazy weekend in sports media, but it was a lot going on this week. I'm put it like that, and we're gonna address a lot of the stuff that was going on this weekend with the fights, the Browns game and stuff like that. But before we get into all that stuff that nobody really cares about, we're gonna talk about your boy first. So another good day at work. I work outside, so like it's kind of been it's October now, so it's been a little rainy, it's been a little gloomy, like real fall weather. So just being prepared for that, for what the winter is about to bring us. This will be my first year actually back in Cleveland for the entire winter, not just coming back to visit, but I actually be here for the entire winter. So so far it hasn't been too bad. It's been raining obviously, but it definitely was cold enough. I think it could have snowed for sure, but we're not at that point now. Obviously we're gonna get snow this year, but it just a matter of when. So if you're in Cleveland, any part on the East Coast where you get snow, be prepared because that shit is definitely a coming. But yeah, work. And then I went to the see, as I get older, I feel like when I was young, I really didn't want to like hang out with my parents all like that. You know what I mean? Because like the shit I can do when I'm not with my parents, you know what I mean? Like I can't do that when I'm actually with them. But like as you get older, they get like a little more lean. You can actually do the shit that you couldn't do around them. You know what I mean? So like now, I don't want to say now like as in this year, but like the past couple of years, as I've gotten older, I'm definitely spending more time with the rents. This weekend, I went to the West Side Market with my mom. Her and her boyfriend, they like to let's just say they go out a decent amount. You know what I mean? I don't really like eating out all like that because sometimes when you get bad service, kind of mess up your whole experience. So it's like I know if I cook my own food, ain't nobody gonna give me no attitude. You know what I mean? So like, I'd rather just do it myself and not have to worry about like going out and shit like that. But my mom and her boyfriend, they like to go out a lot, but usually like the weekends is when I can actually participate if I'm not working. So they usually go to breakfast on Sunday, so I decided to join them for breakfast this Sunday. Definitely nice just to spend some time with them because we're all on different schedules as it is. So like we really don't even see each other that much. So it's nice when all our days kind of line up and we can get some time together and just hang out. But went to breakfast and then we went to the West Side Market as well. If you're not from Cleveland, you probably don't know what the West Side Market is. But if you put two and two together, you put the West Side and you put the market. Oh, it's a market on the West Side. Very good. But I haven't been to the West Side Market. Like we took a field trip there when I was probably a sophomore in high school. But we went there. We were making like fruit pizza, so we just had to go there and get a bunch of fruit. So with the market, you got a lot more fresh fruit, fresh veggies. The meat is actually fresh. It doesn't have like all that MSG that they be having like at the grocery stores because like when they deliver all that stuff, like in the loading trucks, whatever the case may be, like it's a long process to take from them to take it from one place to take to your grocery store. So they got to make sure like they got all the shit that they can put in the meat so it doesn't go bad before you get there. Now the West Side Market is more fresh. Like they get like um whatever, get the pig or whatever the fucking cow is, and chop it up fresh. Not like like the meat that they selling on a Saturday is like the meat that they've had since Wednesday. You know what I mean? They go through a good amount of that meat fast because it is fresh. So if you getting fresh food, obviously it's gonna be better. But it was definitely a cool experience. Like it's pretty diverse spot there. You'll see all types of people there. You got the little Asian vendors, you got the little Italian vendors. So it's a good mixture of all people. So if you go down there, um, like I said, you'll see a diverse part of Cleveland. You know what I mean? When you get to other areas in Cleveland, not nearly as diverse as the West Side Market, but yeah, it was a good time, and it's like the mall too. You know, you be getting like free samples and stuff like that. So I had just got me some pineapple. I fuck with pineapple heavy, so I got me like a little jug. And that's the thing, like the price at the market be a lot better than like at the grocery store. You know what I mean? Like this like pint, I don't even know if it feels like a pint, but like it's just like a cup like this big, like full of pineapple. Like at Walmart, you gonna get like a little square thing. It's gonna be like 250, and you're not even gonna get that many damn pineapple. Like all the pineapple chunks I was getting, they was all like this damn big, you know. And I had it was like 12 or 13 in there, you know what I mean? So like you definitely get more bang for your buck. But that's why they do the samples too. You know, try this out. You want to get a little bit of this, you want to get a little bit of this. All right, cool. So by this time we walking out. We had already been there like probably like 45 minutes now. I'm not really looking to get shit. I'm spending time, you know, with my mom and, you know, just looking around and shit like that. So we walking out and this dude, he got this little he got like the corn on the little kebab stick, you know? And like he's going to give me the corn. So like I go to take the stick and like I'm trying to pull the stick. He not letting go. And I don't know, just take the I'm like, oh, trying to grab the stick, doesn't give the stick. So he just keeps holding the stick and he grabs a piece of corn with his bare hands and try to give it to me. I'm good. And we both learned the lesson. Especially him. The customer is always right. You acting like that damn skewer was like $30 or some shit like that, man. You get like a whole pack of 100 for damn near nothing. You don't want to give me the stick. Cool. You don't want to give me the stick. I don't want the corn. Now, if I would have tried, it was some sweet corn too. That shit look fire. But if you would have let me try the sweet corn, I probably would have bought the corn and then you would have made some money. Now look at you. You didn't let me grab the stick. You touch it with the sweet corn and try to give it to me. Now look at you. I didn't buy no corn. I didn't sample that corn. Now we both lose. I didn't get no corn and you ain't sell no corn. You know what I mean? So just for future purposes, my boy, if you're out there and you see this, you should just let me have the sweet corn, my boy. But I'm probably gonna be there next Saturday again. So maybe we can work something out. You know what I mean? But that's also one thing I noticed, like at the West Side Market, like it's like actual. It's not like factory work. It's like real people. You know what I mean? So like real human error. Sometimes you don't even put your gloves on. We actually see some meat. The lady just grabbed the whole thing with her hand, and then she like put it on the scale. And then once it was on the scale, then she put her glove on. Like you didn't already touch the damn meat with your bare hands. I don't want that shit no more. Y'all talking? Oh, it's bacteria. It's gonna kill it off in the stove or whatever. That's not the problem. I don't care if somebody is actually touching the food with their hands. You know, that's not a big deal. But once I see you touch that meat with your bare hands and then try to give it to me, that's a whole different scenario. But that's also the same reason why I don't like my food being cooked. Like if you go to like I don't know like I'm trying to think like if you go to like Piata or something like that or I don't know anywhere where they sell like fresh food like burgers, fries. Like I'll never watch them. Like the subs is a little bit different because like you see they actually got the gloves on and shit like that. But like anything else like that, I'm not watching them make my food because like that's gonna have me tight. Like if I see you in the back, you just wipe your nose, got the sweat on your hands, and you making my burger, and then you gonna sell it to me. If I see it, that's nasty. If I don't see it, is different. I'm not gonna be able to taste like your actual sweat, but it's like once I see you do it, like that just automatically, it's gonna turn me off. You know what I mean? But all in all, it was definitely a good time at the West Side Market. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been there, but it's definitely like a cool vibe. You know what I mean? It's like it's good people around. Like I said, it's diverse, and it's not gonna be as expensive as like what you pay like at the grocery store. Like the grocery store is gonna be more convenient because we just used to going to like a Giant Eagle or Walmart or Target, whatever the case may be. But like I don't know if y'all don't shop at the West Side Market. I mean, some of the kids are like my age. You got your own spot or whatever. You take care of grocery, paying bills and shit like that. Definitely consider shopping at the West Side Market because I mean you'll get more for your buck. You know what I mean? And it's gonna be fresh. Who don't want? I mean, quality over quantity. Am I right? But that's pretty much how my weekend went. Um, Very relaxed. It's good to spend some time with my mom and her boyfriend. But yeah. Moving on. It was an eventful weekend, and cool. A lot of shit is going on. I guess we'll start off. We'll start Saturday. Some more influencer boxing on the primetime card, hosted by DAZN. Um, I come to a realization when I was watching the fights. Well, I didn't actually. I was there's a guy on YouTube, Wade Concept. He does like the live reaction to it because you can't actually show the actual video. So like I'm just like listening to the fight. So I'm listening to the fight. All right, cool, not a big deal, not a big deal. And then I'm hearing, the scorecards. Like I'm actually hearing, but like hearing boxing, like I think back in the day, like in the '50s or some shit like that, like you would only listen to boxing like on the radio. But like that shit is different, you know what I mean? Because what I was hearing in my headphones and what I actually ended up watching when I got off work, it was completely different. And I say all that to say is, I say all that to say I think I'm done with fucking the influencer type YouTuber boxer unless it's fucking Jake Paul fighting because at this point he's the only one out of the scene that's actually taking it serious. Um, and I say that just based off the Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis fight. Now, there was a lot of hype going into this fight. Dylan was talking crazy about uh, Logan's newly engaged fiance. I mean, just constantly posting shit of her with other guys on Twitter and yada yada yada, all this extra stuff. So like, and I'm thinking like, okay, he's talking. Oh, knock him out first round, second round, third, whatever the case may be. The plan was to actually knock him out, especially with all this stuff he's talking. Because like, rarely do you get a chance when somebody talks like that crazy about your girl, or something like that, and like you actually get a chance to like they agreed like y'all actually gonna fight. And Logan actually had the chance to do that. My problem with it though is he didn't knock him out. As crazy like he was talking about your girl, like either before the or after the fight, whatever the case may be, like you were supposed to knock him out if you wasn't able to do it in the ring. Just talk about how he was a coward and all this other shit, but it's like if somebody is talking about your girl, like you kind of gotta go balls to. I mean, let me rewind, cause not just your girl, like this is your fiance, this is somebody you about to start a family with, and you let somebody actually talk crazy like that to her, cause everybody gonna do it online, so you'll never get to see those people. But Dylan was actually disrespecting your wife for these past couple months, and you didn't knock him out. I don't know what it is with the training that you're doing or whatever the case may be. I know like Dylan Dance, he didn't go in there, he wasn't throwing a lot of punches, but even better, a dude just covering his face like that, boom, body shot, body shot. It should have been a whole round where you threw nothing but body shots because he had no interest in throwing any punches with you. The only time that he was throwing the punches with you was at the end of the fight when he got disqualified and all that mayhem ended up pursuing, you know what I mean? Which I also didn't like that either from Logan because granted, dude tries to pull you down, whatever the case may be, can't get it. Logan swings on him while he's on the ground. Dylan gets up, and now Logan is kind of like backtrack. You know what I mean? Like, I get like refs trying to call it off or whatever, but like, bro, you talking about my girl? Like, I don't care if it's a bell or not. Like, any chance I get to tee off on you, I'm gonna tee off on your ass. Rightfully so, because that's the thing. We live in a generation now where like people just talk crazy and they never have to deal with it. You actually had a chance. Dude was talking crazy about your wife, and I guess it's a sports game. All this shit to sell a fight, but like that's true. But like you can't use that logic after the fight. If Logan's still mad about the fact that he was talking shit about his wife, it's like, oh, I'm just selling the fight, just selling the fight. Well, a lot of shit come with just selling the fight. You know what I mean? Like you can't just say anything and just be like, oh, I was just selling the fight. Shit don't work like that. You know what I mean? Because if Logan was a real one, he should be on Dylan Dance's ass for the rest of life until he actually really whoop his ass. Like, I guess you can say like in the boxing ring, he kind of did, but I mean, you whooped his ass as much as you could whoop a guy's ass who wasn't really willing to engage in the fight with you. You know what I mean? But I mean, at the end of the day, after all that build up that happened and how Logan performed, I was definitely disappointed, and that definitely is going to push me away from the influencer boxing scene, unless it's like Jake Paul, because a lot of these guys aren't even taking it serious, or I don't know. I just don't think their IQs are all the way there when it comes to boxing. And then a lot of y'all can probably say, what's your fucking boxing IQ? Man, listen, I'm gonna put it like this, bro. If somebody talk crazy about my girl, Like you don't have to pay me no bad deal. Like I'm just gonna do him dirty just for the simple fact, and it's not gonna look nothing like that. I promise you. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like Logan, like I get like Logan wanted to win this fight, but like you should have been cheap shotting him a little bit. You know what I mean? Hit him a little low blow under the belt. I mean something is like when somebody disrespects you to that extent, your woman is like I don't know, just Dylan made him look fucking beta. And the worst part about all this is, yeah, fucking Logan won, but like Dylan Dance is still fucking running his mouth. Exactly. That's why Logan was supposed to fucking put him down. You know what I mean? Like you didn't beat him up bad enough for him to shut his fucking mouth. You know what I mean? You have to leave no question at all that you can knock the dude out, and you didn't knock him out. So that's where it leaves kind of like that window is like, well, you beat him up, but I mean, it could have been worse. But I don't know, just all the shit that you're talking about and what I actually saw in the ring, definitely didn't add up. But I mean, congratulations on your first dub. That's actually the craziest part too. This is like your okay, KSI twice, Floyd. So technically, out of all your four professional fights, this is your first one. So you're now 1-3. So congratulations, champ. I don't know. Then Tommy Fury KSI fight. Like I said, I'm about done with the influencer boxing shit, so I'm not even gonna spend too much time with this. Tommy won. KSI had this like weird fucking fighting style. He's kind of like flailing his arm up in the air. It was definitely very rare. And that's why I don't want to keep watching this influencer boxer shit. Like I get everybody has their different styles, but a style where you're pretty much like doing arm raises and then throwing a punch is like I don't want to see that shit. You know, respectfully. But Tom Fury won. Congrats. I mean, out of all this cast, I really only wanted to fight Tommy Fury just to prove that he can beat Jake Paul without actually having to fight Jake Paul. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, that's one fight I still want to see as far as influencer boxing goes. But I mean, it's Jake Paul, so that's a little bit different. He's still in that category that I was speaking of. But I still think Jake Paul wins. I feel like the only reason why it was so even why it went that far because fucking KSI's odd boxing style. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Kudos to fucking Tommy for doing what he had to do. KSI, you still got to fight Jake Paul. All this running around and fighting other people that Jake Paul fights, trying to match up to what you did to him, it doesn't work. If you're not going to fight Jake Paul, you're going to give a fuck who you fight. It doesn't matter. We still don't believe you. All right. And before we get into the rest of the sports world that was happening on the weekend, we are going to go to a quick break. And we back. All right, and now just cap off with the boxing shit. We're gonna move on to the football realm. And sheesh, Colorado. Damn, I'm still pulling for Colorado in a big way. You know what I mean? But they did. Well, I think they're up 29-0 on Saturday and ended up losing. I think it was double OT to a team that was 1-4 coming in. So definitely a game that they should have won, but clearly we're struggling for many reasons, you know. And I didn't want to say it was so much. No, it is a struggle. It's them struggling to close out games. You're up 29-0. You got all your starters in, and you still give up the lead. And I think there's one thing that is going to start becoming a topic of conversation is Travis Hunter playing both ways. He is look, Travis Hunter is that dude. Like I can't like just thinking off the top of my head, I can't remember a player who is that gifted at the wide receiver and DB position. So he definitely has a lot of talent, but I don't know. I think they might be utilizing him a little bit too much, and I think that was signs I was starting to see in the game. Just giving up pass he doesn't usually give up as a corner, but then he's playing offense as well. Now, the best scenario for Travis Hunter is look, okay, he is playing both ways. Maybe didn't have the best game on defense, but I think he had 10 receptions and over 100 yards on offense. So if you're a scout looking at him, it's like, damn, I mean, he didn't have the best defensive game, but offensively, he played great, And as far as him playing both ways, some people are saying it's going to hurt his stock. I don't think it's necessarily going to hurt his stock, but I think it will physically hurt his body. You know what I mean? Just having the ability to play both ways and actually playing both ways are two different things. You know what I mean? You come in the league, maybe you get drafted as a wide receiver. You go to a team that they maybe need a little bit of help on, DB on the DB side. You'll be able to do that because you've been used to playing not only offense but defense as well. It's not like they got to teach you, schemes and coverage and shit like that. Like you already know it. You know what I mean? But as far as right now, I think they should put some type of system in for him where he's not forced to play his offense and defense the entire game. You know what I mean? I feel like they should determine maybe maybe like the first half you're gonna play offense, second half you're gonna play defense type deal, or vice versa. Because I think he's definitely um and I don't even want to say it's so much like physically tired. I think mentally it's tired. Constantly going through check schemes, coverages. Picking up man motions, all that shit, and then having to do the same thing on offense. Um, I don't know. It's definitely going to be a lot for him. Obviously, I'm pulling for T Hunt, but just watching that game, that was one thing I was definitely taken away from. Um, like I said, very talented. He'll be able to play, you know, on the offense or defense. But doing this at college right now, I think is going to start to hurt him. And he's not coming out. He's not going to the draft this year. So I mean, he's going to have another year probably at Colorado or Shador. So maybe next year they'll get it dialed down to maybe what's going to put him at his best and make him most successful. But I mean, kid's a dog. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, everybody gets tired physically and mentally. Just hopefully they don't run him into the ground before he actually gets to the league. Because that'd be the worst thing in the world to see him get to the league and be injury prone just because he's trying to prove that he can play both ways, in college, But I mean, he getting that fettuccine right now, so it's like, so staying in college another year is not the worst thing in the world, These NIL deals are getting fucking people paid, you know what I mean? Like Mikey Williams, he had he had a house and he's still in high school. You know what I mean? Like he balling. We're gonna talk about the Mikey Williams situation a little bit too. We're not gonna go too crazy into it, but we're definitely gonna tag on that. But shout out to the Buffs. Keep pulling away or keep doing your thing, and keep putting the work in. It all pay off. Don't get frustrated. It's the first year, obviously rebuilding. One more games in Colorado than Colorado. That's kind of You try to say that Colorado. Say that shit fast. That shit hard. But it's definitely a rebuilding season for them this year. I mean, this is their first year. They already won more games than they won last year. So I mean, next year they'll just build on the year that they've had this year. And whoo, moving on to Sunday. How about them brownies? Yeah, brownies look nice. And such Browns fashion too. And I love games like this because um you realize there's not that many diehard Browns fans as you would probably think. Um, Especially if you look on social media, like even before the game even started, we losing this game, we losing the game. I be hating that shit. Like Browns fans be so fucking so ungrateful. Like damn, have a little grind, have a little chip on your shoulder. That's what it means to be from Cleveland. You constantly have a chip on your shoulder. You know what I mean? So I don't like when we play teams like San Fran and all these big name teams. Like people are like, "Oh, we gonna lose. We gonna lose." Like the whole consensus was that we was gonna lose because they was undefeated. Who fucking cares? Like, bro, that shit don't even matter. Any given Sunday for a reason, like anything can happen, and that's surely what happened on Sunday. But at the end of the day, um, people was against it, like, oh, we're not gonna do anything, like we're not gonna win, it's gonna be bad, close your eyes, y'all might not even want to watch this game. To we won, but they was missing Debo, they was missing Christian, like we was missing players too. Chubb Watson, like we really gonna get into who's missing who, like that's a part of the game, you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like you got your players, they got their players. Bring backups, all that shit. Sometimes shit just pans out how it pans out, you know what I mean? But we end up getting the dub, and that's all that really matters. Brock Purdy had his worst game of the year, and I mean I would contribute that to it. You got used to playing in Cali. San Fran is real nice all year round, in Cleveland, like I was talking about earlier, it's October, it's gloomy weather, it's windy, it's cold, it's all that shit. You got to be able to deal with those elements, you know. And I feel like he struggled in those elements as well as the kicker did. He made like a, I don't know, like a 30 yarder, and then he missed a 40 yarder. That was the first field goal that he had missed of the season. I want to say, because I want to say he's a rookie, but as soon as he missed that one, I had hope. I'm like, oh yeah, it's all windy. You know, Sam. They used to being out in Cali. They're not used to dealing with this weather. Like, so the wind was going crazy, so he had missed on. I'm like, okay, you know, it's hope. So it come down to the end of the game, and everybody probably gonna say the same shit. Like, man, I caught it, but as soon as he missed that first one, I was like, oh yeah, that's the first one. That's the first kick that he missed of the season. I wonder why. He's in Cleveland. We down by the lake. It's windy as hell. He not used to kicking in the wind. So when it comes for the second one, I'm like, oh man, he about to miss this. I seen like little pills. Motherfuckers got like the fans up to the TVs. They blowing the little pills and shit like that getting to the miss. And yeah, sure enough, he fucking missed. Like that's a lot as I don't know. I don't want to say loud, but like it was definitely loud. Like, I was outside smoking on the porch watching the game, and I'd say everybody around me going crazy. Everybody dog, everybody barking. It was all people barking. It was no dogs barking for once, but that shit was electric. You know what I mean? Like just seeing everybody was in fucking a happy mood, a good mood. Just it was just a great win, and that's very Cleveland style because I feel like for as long as I can remember, as long as I've been watching the Browns game, it's like the games that we supposed to win, we don't win. The games that we supposed to lose, we don't lose. So it's like I don't know. That just sounds very very on brand for the Browns. You know what I mean? But our defense played amazing. You know what I mean? And we got the best. I'm not gonna say one of the best. I'm gonna say we got the best defense in the league because in the past 5 games we've only given up 1,000 yards. Like that's like the third fewest in like the past like 50 years or something crazy like that. You know what I mean? So the defense is playing well. Um, and definitely with the quarterback situation is definitely good that we have the QB playing as well, or have the defense playing as well, but the QB isn't playing as well. I mean, we won with our fucking third string quarterback. You know what I mean? And man, you can definitely tell it was a third string quarterback. He missed so many throws, just literally throwing them right into the dirt. And I mean, well, you can't be too rough on the backup quarterback. You don't expect him to make a bunch of deep throws, tossing the tight ones, but you do want him to hit the wide open receivers. You know what I mean? But I mean, other than that, it was just a good mix for him. The fact that he had our defense to kind of back him up for when the offense, you know, wasn't playing too well. And excuse me, I mean Ford's a good running back, but it's not like having Chubb. So I feel like as a backup quarterback, third string, having Chubb definitely would have eased some of that pressure because I mean Chubb is always going to get the running game going. You know what I mean? That's one thing about Chubb, but I mean he didn't have that, and our defense almost kind of played like second fiddle to what Chubb would do, getting that pressure off them. So shout out to the Browns. Just keep fucking doing what we doing. Who do we got next week? I guess I could got my laptop right here. Could look who we play next week. Browns next week. Why y'all look at? I don't be knowing, bro. Oh, we play the Colts next week. Oh, and they got Anthony Richardson out. He messed up that shoulder, man. Shout out to him. He was a dog though, but I mean, shit, it's part of the game. So 3-2 for him. That's 500. Man, we got to get this dub next week. 4-2 is gonna look a lot better than 500. So we just gotta keep doing what we doing. Keep moving. Defense playing great. We can't keep relying on defense to bail us out. The offense need to, step it up for sure. But yeah, that is about wraps up for all the media stuff. There is one thing that I did want to talk that I apologize. There's one thing I did want to talk about though. One last thing as far as the media stuff goes, because I talked about it last week with Keefy D being indicted for the killing of Tupac. I mean Jada Pinkett. I mean this shit is so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. Like Will Smith, childhood hero. We all love Will Smith. Funny, cool. Not mean. Friendly, informative, all that good stuff. And now just watching what Jada Smith is doing to this man. I don't really like Will Smith, but now it's making me look at him different. Like I feel bad because just realized like maybe Will Smith isn't. Well, maybe Will Smith is exactly the guy that we thought he was. Not slapping Chris Rock, not slapping that British reporter in the face for trying to kiss him, but like truly was like Will Smith. You know what I mean? Fresh Prince of Bel Air. You know, and it's crazy to think because like Jada is just putting this man through hell. Like it's so embarrassing. Like watching all this shit makes you never want to get married, bro. Like Jada Pinkett Smith will single handedly be the reason that I don't get married because this shit is embarrassing. Granted that they're not together, but I mean y'all got kids together. Like he always did right by you for what we know. Um, even y'all the fact that he smacked Chris Rock and y'all wasn't even married is crazy. And it's just him showing the love that he got for you and the family that y'all raised and the kids and all that shit. And like you constantly drag him through the mud. And I don't know who needs to hear this. Actually, I know exactly who needs to hear this. Jada Pinkett Smith, you need to hear this. Tupac don't want you. If he was alive, he wouldn't be with your ass. Stop embarrassing our fucking childhood hero, bro. Like you done got the new shoes with the TS on. Like, oh my God, bro, this shit is so fucking embarrassing, bro. And then you just lying, like you doing anything, like you just lying. And then she had this interview, she talking about how she was selling crack. Jada, J- man, I wish they caught your ass and set it off. That's all I'm gonna say. You ungrateful, and what you doing to our childhood hero is wrong. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, but before we get up out of here, just a couple things I wanted to talk about. Um, Segment I like to call things I care briefly about. Um, for starters, Waka Flocka endorsing Trump. I'm not gonna break my rule. I always say like on here, I'm not gonna talk about politics, but that's why I put this segment things I briefly cared about because I'm not gonna touch on that anymore. Flocka. Sexy Red is pregnant. Ski. That's hey, look. I don't listen to sexual. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really listening to like no female music like that. I'm not waking up in the morning putting on no ski, none of that shit. But what I'm gonna say is, Sexy Red is just getting hot. She only been hot for a little minute now, and she's already pregnant. Um, you can do whatever you want with your body. Don't come at me about that shit. But at the end of the day, I feel like she possibly should have waited a little bit longer for her career to actually be established. Because I mean, after she had this baby, it ain't no telling, how hot that buzz still gonna be. You know what I mean? Will she still be able? I mean, she's not gonna really be able to tour when she's pregnant. She will be able for a certain extent, but it's gonna be a time where she had that baby, and when she had that baby, she not. You think she gonna push that baby out and the next day? Oh, I'm back on tour. She gonna want to spend some time with her baby, But I mean, do it up, Sextra. I'm just saying, like I don't. That might not have been the best thing for your career, but hey, it's your career. Do what you want. And look, don't even listen to me. I'm still trying to make. We still thugging. We got the white walls. We in the attic. Like don't even worry about it, girl. Do your thing. I was just saying. And the last thing I want to talk about the segment things I briefly care about. Mikey Williams likely to miss his freshman season at Memphis. I mean, they just keep pushing it back. He was supposed to have it back in May, or no, it was supposed to be in July, and then I think they push it to it was supposed to be this month, but they pushed it a month later. So Memphis season is about to start, so it's not looking good for Mikey Williams. But like I was talking about earlier with the NIL deals, like bro, you got a house, you bought yourself a house in high school. It was like 3,700 square feet or some shit like that. Wait, I think it was 37,000 square feet. Cause I don't think whatever you bought it. I don't care if it was a motherfucking a single home. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Like you got your own house in high school. Like you obviously doing something. You know what I mean? But if you guys don't know about the story, it was a party. Whatever. Some dude showed up. Yada yada yada. Mike Wills had the gun. They was pulling off, hitting with that when they was leaving. Not smart. That's the thing. A lot of these kids they want to be so fucking. Everybody want to be tough. Everybody want to be a gangster. Don't nobody want to just be like. It's not cool to get money for playing basketball. You got to have a gun too. I mean, teachers don't like I said. I'm still trying to, man. I'm trying to do my thing, so I can't tell you what to do or what I would have done. But I mean, I'm probably gonna lean towards not like. Why do you even have a gun? You know what I mean? Like you was in the suburbs too. What you got a gun in the suburbs? Like man, you better throw them deuces up and squabble with somebody before you try to shoot somebody. But I think that's the area that we live in now. Ain't nobody trying to fight. Ain't nobody trying to get embarrassed on camera. They gonna blow your ass away. But I mean, see, instead of you getting into a fight, you shooting at somebody. Now you probably about to miss your basketball season. You get into a fight, I guarantee that that's with Memphis. They still let you come, bro. It's Memphis. You know what I mean? Like it's a little rugged. Like they're not gonna trip if you get into a fight. But I mean, after everything that's been going on with the John Morant situation and shit like that, I'm definitely not a good look with the gun. Is that why Mikey Williams is going to Memphis so he can be close to John Moran? Because I know Mikey Williams really want to be 4K Trey. He really think he young boy. And then John Moran, he swear on everything that he 4K Trey. So it's like, I don't know, that's going to be a good mix. But all I'm going to ask is, Mikey, stay away from John. Stay away from Mikey. And hopefully this all plays out for the best. I mean, Mikey is really, he's very talented. Cocky too. I don't really give a fuck either way as long as you can back it up. But I mean, he's got a lot going for him. I would just hate to see it, ruined over, something dumb like that. It was a quick decision, but that happened. I think it happened back in March. But I mean, like you're still dealing with shit. You know what I mean? Could possibly face up to 28 years. He's not gonna get 28 years, but the fact that you even got to worry about some shit like that, you know what I mean? They're not gonna give you the 28, but they're gonna still trying to give you some jail time. You know what I mean? Just because of the offense, So, I mean, just something to think about. I mean, damn, horrible, but it is what it is. And before we get out of here, I like to spice it up with some questions before we get up out of here. Electric. That's all I'm gonna say. Electric. Oh, now. Before I take a whole fucking second just pull a card. I just take a couple out of here, and then we just gonna go with them. And let's see what we got. Would you rather be a world-class dancer, a world-class singer, or a world-class fighter? That's a good question, but I think I'm gonna say world-class singing. I'm gonna break it all down. World-class dancer, I don't need to be a world-class dancer. I can do a little, already. So I'm good on that. You lucky I can't bust it down on them folks. So I'm good on the world-class dancer. I got a little bit of rhythm. I can lean with it, rock with it. I think that's enough. I don't need to be like a world-class dancer. You think I'll be out here like the Jabberwockers or some shit like that? No, I'm cool. World-class fighter. I can fight a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just going to get watched by like some random bum in the street, you know what I mean? Somebody been in the gym a little bit. Even then, he might get the best of me, but it ain't going to be I'm going to be throwing a bitch for sure. You punch me, I'm punching you. I'm an equal opportunist always. Whatever you give to me, I'm going to give back to you. You hit me with an elbow, I'm going to hit you with an elbow. You hit me with a headbutt, I'm going to hit you with a headbutt. You kick me on my knee, I'm kicking you in the dick, nigga. Stop playing with me, boy. So yeah, I'm definitely going with world-class singer just because, like, just imagine, like, you could just serenade any girl that you see. Like, you wouldn't have to say much. You could just, hey, how you doing? And you just say, hey, how you doing? That should be fire, boy. Stop playing. I'll just take a world-class singer, though. But, so yeah, what y'all think? Y'all listen to the podcast. What y'all taking? Y'all taking world-class dancer, world-class singer, or world-class fighter? And I'm leave you guys with that. To think about until next week. But yeah, that's been another episode. I will see you guys next week. Thank you guys for tuning in. If this is your first time, I hope you enjoyed it. We definitely bounced back from last week. We brought a lot of energy with us. And if you're a recurring visitor, welcome back. And I thank you. It's a great day to have a great day. And the last thing I'm going to say is before you get up out of here, if you enjoy your time, if I made you laugh, if I made you think about something, anything along those lines, if I can just get a like, a comment, or a subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, sir. We out.